this video is going to be different from the others. It's gone, not be different, because this is a side of me that you haven't seen yet. And I say that because when people think of V, they probably think of this energetic, super passionate guy who talks about personal development, business, entrepreneurship. But today, well, we're talking about something else. We're talking about why you're doing all this. When you look outside the window right now, what do you see? Because depending on where you are in your journey right now, what you see might change how you view this entire video. For some of you, you're looking at the morning sky. The sun isn't out yet, but there's this orange glow that's starting to show. And if you were an early riser, you could already tell that today's going to be another great day. Maybe you've had breakfast already, or maybe you're getting ready to eat it. There's coffee brewing in the background. You're listening to music that inspires you to start the week on a high note. Basically, you're having a great start to your day. And then there's others of you who are watching this video at night. Maybe you're sitting on your bed right now. Your phone is on airplane mode. You're done with work for the day, but you're still in your room. In fact, you're still in your clothes from yesterday, and it has been a minute since you've left the house. You've been working late into the night, burning the midnight oil, trying to figure things out, trying to apply for that next job, trying to put out that next piece of content, trying to grow your business, whatever it may be. Outside your window, you can see the city lights glistening in the dark. The moon is out tonight. If you look closely, you can see the stars too. It's quiet. No cars are driving by, no planes flying overhead, just the peaceful silence of the night that you usually only hear in rock. If you fall into the latter group of people, if you're someone who's working tirelessly, someone who thinks about their goals constantly, someone who says yes to everything, if that's you, you've been hustling. You've been hustling nonstop, doing everything you're supposed to do. Wake up early, apply for jobs, say yes to every opportunity, stay busy. And while I want you to pause for a second and appreciate how far you've come, I also want you to take an honest look at how you're feeling right now. Because if you're anything like me, you're burnt out, exhausted, and probably wondering why you feel so empty inside despite having worked so hard. I remember spending 18 hours a day running my business, checking my analytics every hour to see how many views I got, worrying about sponsorships, worrying about what content I should make next. And it wasn't until one night that I sat back, took a deep breath, and realized I had forgotten why I started in the first place. So I'm asking you right now, why did you start in the first place? Why did you decide to get into personal development? Why are you working so hard to achieve your goals? Why did you choose the path that you're currently on? They told us hustle equals happiness, but sometimes, it just equals burnout. You check off your to-do list, but nothing feels like a win. The more you push, the more hollow it feels. Like remember when we were younger and we used to set New Year's resolutions? Remember how excited we would be? Remember how we would write down these big audacious goals that we wanted to accomplish? Whether it was getting straight A's, saving up for that new bike, or getting really good at basketball. The list goes on. But nowadays, it's different. Now we're hustling just for the sake of hustling. We're doing stuff because we think we're supposed to, not because we want to. We say yes to opportunities just so we can cross them off our list. We're sacrificing time with friends and family because we have bigger fish to fry. We're staying up late, grinding, because that's what winners do. We're drinking more coffee than water because, well, that's what you have to do if you want to make it. You know what happens when you forget why you're doing something in the first place? You lose yourself. You lose yourself in the process. You lose yourself in the grind. You lose yourself in the daily routine of making sure you hit every milestone, every deadline, and every expectation that society has set out for you. Before you know it, you're not living your life. You're living someone else's idea of your life. You're no longer doing things because you want to do them. You're doing things because you think you're supposed to do them. So I want you to close your eyes right now and picture the life that you want to live 5 years from now. Picture your future self. What does that person look like? What are they doing? Where are they? What are their hobbies? Who are they surrounded by? What does their daily routine look like? Once you have a clear vision of that future self, I want you to ask yourself this. Is this person someone that you actually want to be? Does the life that they're living actually make you happy? Or is it the kind of life that you think you're supposed to be living? Because here's the hard truth. You don't need to do more stuff. You need to go deeper. You don't need more advice on how to increase your productivity. You don't need more tips on how to manage your time better. You don't need more hacks on how to achieve your goals faster. What you need is a deeper understanding of why you're doing all this in the first place. I used to think that success was going to make me happy. I used to think that once I hit my financial goals, once I hit my milestones, once I hit my deadlines, once I get that dream job, everything will be good. Success will be sweet. I'll finally be able to exhale. Turns out that wasn't true. You know what the problem was? I didn't have a compass guiding me. I didn't have a set of values that I was basing my decisions around. Instead, I was just following what everyone else was telling me to do. I was taking advice from everyone, and I ended up confusing myself. So here's what I want you to do right now. Put down your laptop, turn off your phone, stop responding to emails and messages, and I want you to take some time and reflect on this question, which is, Are you building a life that feels good, or are you just building a life that looks good? Because there's a difference between the two, and it's a big one. A life that looks good is the life that everyone else sees. It's the life that you portray on social media. It's the life that you talk about at parties. It's the life that other people think is perfect. But what about a life that feels good? That's the life that only you can see. That's the life that you experience every single day. That's the life that you feel in your heart. It's time to build a life that feels good. A life that aligns with your values. A life that makes you happy. A life that brings you fulfillment. Don't settle for a life that looks good to other people, especially if it doesn't feel good to you. Don't chase a path just because everyone else is taking it. Don't hustle just because everyone else is hustling. You don't need to chase every path, just the one that makes sense to you. So I have a challenge for you. I want you to grab a piece of paper, and I want you to write down 3 goals that you want to accomplish in the next 3 months. But here's the catch. These goals need to align with your values. These goals need to bring you happiness. These goals need to make sense to you. If you want to take this a step further, I want you to ask yourself, why do I want to accomplish these goals? If you can clearly articulate why you want to do something, chances are you'll be more motivated to do it. You'll be more inspired to do it, and you'll be more likely to do it. Here's the truth. Hustle without purpose is just self-punishment. Working around the clock without knowing why you're reworking around the clock is just setting yourself up for failure. Burnout, exhaustion, and unhappiness. You don't need to do more. You need to go deeper. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do what matters. You don't need to chase everyone's dreams, just your own. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. I hope this video gave you some clarity, some perspective, and some inspiration. As a token of appreciation, I have something special for you. I've created a free reflection guide called It's a 17-page PDF that's going to help you reset after graduation. Whether you're graduating from high school, college, or even graduate school, this guide is going to help you reflect on the past 4 years, reimagine your future self, and reignite your passion and purpose. It's literally like a mini course that's gone, put you ahead of 99% of your peers. To get this free resource, all you have to do is head on over to my website, vincreatesgumroad.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description below, and then type in the word AfterGrad in the search bar. This is going to bring up my AfterGrad reflection guide. Click on it, and boom, it's going to download directly onto your device. Again, this is a completely free resource. The only thing I ask for in return is for you to share this video with one friend who you think needs to hear this message. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.